This is from the marriage advice subreddit. Help! I, 27 male, just found out my wife, 28 female, of almost a year, had an OnlyFans account and lied to me about it for the past 5 years. We dated for 2 years, broke up for 1 year, had a weird roommate phase for a year, then got back together until we got married in 2024. While in the roommate phase, she mentioned wanting to get back together a few times and also expressed a desire to start an OnlyFans. I told her that while I support her in whatever choices she makes, marrying someone that does that type of stuff for money isn't something I personally want. Don't get me wrong. I support people doing whatever makes them happy, as long as it doesn't impose on another person's happiness. If she had chose to start the account then, I would have just let it be and not pursued her anymore. She said she wasn't going to follow through on the idea and left it at that. Today, I learned she was trying to sell used clothing online and casually brushed it off. She said, "I've put worse on the internet. I did have that account when we were dating." She's not seeing why having the bedroom part of the marriage be private between her and I is something that I care about. I view that part of marriage as something that only those two people should know the details of. The thought that she knew my stance before our relationship started again, violated it, lied, and now sees me as having an issue with it is a problem. I'm not sure if I'm failing to communicate my views properly or what. I tried to see her viewpoint on the topic, and that's when she dropped the previously mentioned bomb. I feel betrayed, for the lack of a better word. I feel lied to and disrespected. I'm asking for advice on communicating this to her, as well as how I should handle the situation. This feels like an important boundary to me, and I'm not sure what to do. My wife lied about a spicy account, and it violates my personal boundary. One commenter said, "Seems to me like a boundary's been crossed, and there doesn't seem to be any remorse for crossing that boundary. I would suggest having one more conversation with her where you let her know that it's not okay and it won't be tolerated. Don't try and stop her from doing what she wants. Just let her know that you can't keep going in a marriage after she hid something so important from you. At that point, you will have a very difficult decision to make. Good luck." OP responded, "I have talked with her and said that I won't ever tell her what she can do and can't do. I also said that I can't control what she does, just how I react to it. And that right now, she has a lot of work to do to rebuild the trust that has been shattered." Honestly, in this situation, I do not think that this is about money or insecurity or even about corn. I think the issue for OP in this is that his partner lied to him. Yes, they have a relationship that has spanned over time where there were breaks within it. They were in a roommate phase, things like that. But when she originally mentioned when they were not together that she was thinking about doing it, he was honest with her and told her, "That's up to you, but no, I will choose not to be in a relationship with somebody that chooses to do that." At that time, she told him she wasn't going to do it. Okay. Nowhere does she ever come back and say she did decide to do it at some point. She left it knowingly with him under the wrong impression that it never happened. So now, after they're married, he's finding out she's been lying to him this whole time. It's about deception. It is not about OnlyFans. It's about the fact that she has distorted the reality he thought was real. And this isn't about my body, my choice, yada, yada. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with OnlyFans. It has nothing to do with what it represents. This has to do with the fact that OP's partner lied to him, knowing he would not be in a relationship with her if she was doing this. She lied to him to get him in the relationship. She went further and allowed them to actually get married and never told him. And now a year after they've been married, it slips and it's her body, her choice. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the fact that she lied. Nothing about the morality of what that channel is or that app is or anything. No judgment here. It comes down to lying to your partner. Also, She has to understand that she's known this whole time. Her husband just found out. So all the things that she had time to get used to, wrap her mind around, come up with excuses for, he's got right now. And he is reacting on emotion to just finding out that she betrayed him by lying. She absolutely crossed a barrier because he told her his boundary when it came to a relationship, and she purposely excluded the information. So, OP, I know you were looking for advice. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what to give you because this isn't about the channel or the app. It's about deception. If you think counseling and things of that nature would help you guys work through it to where you could work through the problem and move on, great. But if your stance is still the same, that you want your bedroom life kept private, well, then you might have some other decisions to make. The only thing I can hope is you didn't mention whether you guys had kids or not. I'm really hoping you don't, so that if you do decide to leave, at least there's a cleaner exit. Good luck.